was gonna rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me.
What is going on, Florida State family? Seminole Nation and the 863 tribe. It's your boy Pope on 863 Seminole TV. And yeah, that game happened, man. I'll say this. That was a good game. It was a good game to watch. Very emotional game. I was up and down. Fun game to watch. I don't care about that last play, so we're not even going to talk about it. Like, I know the score is going to say one thing, but we all watched that game for 4 quarters and know what we watched. So I'm not even going to address the last play. Before we dive into this game and what exactly we saw and where we went wrong, let's hit the roll call up. First and foremost, hold on. Because I know my eyes are deceiving me. I know they are. I know my eyes are deceiving me. Hold on, I'm going to let my screen refresh. Oh, no, my eyes are actually picture perfect. 83 people, 13 likes. Y'all better come in here, ring my doorbell, knock the dirt off your feet, introduce yourself before you come into my house. Before we get anything started, them likes are going to at least get up to 70. Before we get anything going, 84 people, I need that like button hit. You either hit my like button or you find a way to dismiss yourself. Come on, don't be rude. Come in here, introduce yourself, ring my doorbell before you come into my home. Hit my like button, people. Hit my like button. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait because I'm not even playing. 46. Okay, likes are climbing up. Oh, you know how that go, Tyler? Like I said, there's people in my chat that I haven't seen for a month, mainly these Miami fans. Now, shout out to Miami fans that are in here every week. Y'all know who y'all are, so I'm not addressing y'all. But them clowns that don't show up, I ain't seen you in a month. You ain't gonna get no playoff in my ride. So don't get surprised if you get blocked, muted, whatever the case. I have respect for those who come in every week, win out, win, lose, or draw. My likes still ain't up. I still got 81 people in here and only 57 likes. Come on. Get me to 70 and we'll start this show. Don't just come in here and look at me. Hit the like button. coming here just to stare at me, but y'all just want to stare at my face, hit my like button. 64. We're close. 64. I need 6 more likes so we can get this show started. 6 more likes so we can get this show started. And I think I owe y'all 3 shots, by the way. 4 more likes. Like, I don't know, man. There's about 20 of y'all that for some reason just want to come in here and stare at me. Don't want to hit my like button. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm actually in a fairly decent mood. That was a tough loss, but I'm actually in a fairly decent mood if you guys can't tell. Okay, 68. Like, I'm not playing. 70. I should have 86 and 86, like 74. There we go. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Roll call real quick, and then let's go. Roll call. I got Groit 19, Todd Pope, Dupree, Ahmad Davis, Armante, No Blooded, Tyler, part of the 863 tribe, No Blooded, Jim Fari, Bobby, DeAndre Spencer, Calvin, Zoe, Zuki, Lorenzo, Derek Thompson, Jimmy Johnson, Hypnotic, Pat, EMG, Heights Mark, Sammy Lance, John Shields, TFJ, Boxing, FSU, Tony, Fila, Peter Shields, another one of those 863 tribe members, Corey Hall, Gerald Roper, FSU Rose, another 863 tribe, Maiden Dade, Nick Spurlock. All right, hey, if I don't get you, I just don't get you, but no, I see you. Trying to hit everybody, but obviously we got 91 people in here, so there's a lot of people. Let's do it. Y'all know me. Matter of fact, you can probably check every live stream I've ever done. I have never once come on here and blamed refs. I don't do it. I've never once come on here and blamed refs. But those pass interference calls, I'm not even talking about the personal foul one. I thought DJ Lundy, that was kind of bang, bang. But at the same time, DJ, why are you diving when you see him going out of bounds? Why are you diving at his legs? I thought that was bad on DJ Lundy's part, in my opinion. Those pass interference calls were bad. There wasn't even contact on these passes. Jerry and Jones, Kevin Knowles, there's not even contact. The rule doesn't say that the DB has to turn around and locate the football. That's not in the rule book. Now, it helps when these refs are looking at it. They like to see kids turning around. No contact. He's playing up here through the ball. He's not even touching the receiver, and we get bad calls. Those were bad calls. So I don't really come on here and blame the refs, but those were bad calls that probably cost us this game. At the end of the day, I thought the defense played the defense, to be honest, let's be honest with you. Let's be honest. The defense did what it was. I said, when did I do this? When I do my preview, either Wednesday, I think it was Wednesday. I said Wednesday, if we score a defensive touchdown, I'll guarantee you a win. Jermaine damn Johnson. If he ain't a top 15, 20 pick, I don't know who is. Strip sack, picked up the fumble, got the touch. That was like, come on, bro. When that play happened, I honestly thought that was it. When that play happened, I honestly thought I thought we had the game. Not gonna lie to you, I thought we had the game. Up until that point, I wasn't too let me fix my cap. Up until that point, I wasn't too I wasn't too confident up until that point. But when we generated some defensive points, when we got 3 turnovers, they missed 3 or 4. Clemson did everything they could to give us this ball game. Clemson did everything they could to say, here you go, Florida State, end our 31-game home winning streak, end the 5-year winning streak. Here you go. And we could not seize that opportunity. We could not seize. I just saw you, Great Walt Bell. If you want to be a part of the tribe, you got to hit the join button. Just go on You go on the main page of my channel and you should see how to join it. But they gave us every opportunity to win that game. Every single opportunity. Love it. Oh my God. Played like a beast. Keir Thomas, Jermaine Johnson, love it. I mean, the D-line turned it up in the second half. Now, that last drive, kept alive by penalties. Shipley runs it in. Shout out to Shipley. Clemson is a one-man team, and that man's name is Will Shipley. Shout out to that kid. He played hard. He played hard. Will Shipley played hard, so I will give it to him. They are a one-man offense, and he was able to. He pretty much single-handedly beat us. He pretty much single-handedly beat us. So if we want to talk about the positives, I think the defense as a whole was a positive. Yeah, they gave up that late touchdown, but damn. The refs didn't help. The refs did not help. Because overall, I thought the secondary played extremely well. I thought Akeem Dent played extremely well at safety, but especially in run support. Shout out to Marion Cooper, true freshman with an interception in the biggest game he's ever played in. I mean, what more did you really want from the defense? The only thing I will say is, as a negative, we were the first Power 5 defense to give up 20 points to Clemson, or 20 plus points. Somehow we did figure out to do that, to be fair. Somehow we did figure out that. And that comes from a lack of talent. Our linebackers are lacking talent. Gainer showed up in that second half, in my opinion. Played a lot better of a second half. But, man, we got to get some better linebackers. We need better linebackers. Shout out to TFJ Boxing with $20 in the super chat. He says, watch the main event on ESPN Plus tonight, Bad Blood. Then watch Jaron Ellis, your favorite fighter, on Showtime. There you go. Shout out to TFJ Boxing with the $20. Appreciate you, homie.
Clickety clank, clickety clank. The money goes into my piggy bank.
Annette Gray, a.k.a. Auntie, with the $10 super sticker. I love it. Thank you so much.
More money, more money. More money, more money.
Member of the 863 tribe, the great Walt Bell, my man. One of the first. I don't know why it took him this long, but I appreciate you. He's been one of the first subscribers, one of the first guys I had on this channel. Shout out to the great Walt Bell. Let's go. But defensively, yeah, I thought we did what we were supposed to do. I will say this. I hope this team doesn't feel like I feel. I feel deflated. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I'm smiling and all that, but emotionally, I am kind of exhausted watching that game because I thought we had it. And what I really hope is that this team can bounce back from that. Because say what you want about losing this game, and we're 3-5, and we lost this game. Fair enough. We weren't quite able to win that 4 in a row. But you're watching a different football team. Now, listen, Clemson's a bad offense. And that starts from DJ. That guy is bad. DJ is a really bad quarterback. And his ineptitude, I think, kept us in the game because defensively, we really didn't have to worry about him through the air. But as a whole, I honestly think you see this team growing up. Like, I've seen people comment, oh, no moral victories, da 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 da. I get it. But you're looking at a 3-5 football team. So you got to look for some growth. You've got to look for improvement. Well, they've improved. Even in the loss, I think we can all say that they improved. I picked us to lose this game. So it's not like I'm shocked that we lost it. I'm deflated than I probably should. I'm more deflated than I should be, because I thought after that strip sack touchdown, I was like, man, I'm deflated because Clemson did everything in their power to give us this football game. That's really why I'm deflated. I didn't foresee 3 turnovers. 3 turnovers plus a defensive touchdown plus 3 or 4 missed. Like, I didn't see all. You couldn't tell me if you told me that we got 3 turnovers, a defensive touchdown, and that Clemson missed 3 field goals, there's no way I would have picked us to lose the game. That is what's deflating me. That deflates me. But overall, I picked this team to lose this game. So I knew it was going to be a tough environment to go in there. And then we kind of, again, I'm not counting the pass interference calls, but we kind of reverted back to some of the just bonehead pre-snap penalties that we had avoided for the last 3 or 4 weeks. We started getting false starts. And silly stuff like that. When you put us behind the chains against, you can say what you want about Clemson. Clemson's not a overall good football team. That's still a top 5 defense in the entire nation. That's still a top 5 defense in the whole nation. So you can say what you want to say. That's still a top 5 defense. And we were there, man. We were there. We were able to potentially win a game. We should have won the game. Like, you look back and say we definitely should have won the game. But we didn't. Now, let's really talk about it, though. What lost the game? Is it more than just it's more than just that offense lost the game? I see a lot of people saying Jordan Travis. Here's what I'm gonna tell you. I don't disagree with you. I think Jordan Travis played about as good as a game as he could. He protected the ball, and he made the plays that he can make. But at the end of the day, Travis is what I've always said he is. So because he can't or doesn't trust his arm, he misses throws that we have. Like, he just doesn't want to make certain. He had one amazing throw that I said to myself, why doesn't he do that more often? He rolled out towards the sideline to Jordan Wilson and made a damn good throw there. He had some good moments, right? I won't say that he wasn't terrible, but he wasn't able to make the play to win the game. And even when he did make a throw, Keyshawn, overall, you had a good game, but bro, at the end of the day, playmakers got to make plays. I know that ball was a little behind you, but you have to make that catch. You got to make that catch. I know that was a ball that was behind you, but guess what? Your hands touched it. And growing up, I was always taught as a receiver, if your hands touch the ball, there's no excuse. So, and I disagree with E-Dub there. I don't know how else you could call that game. E-Dub says, I don't think y'all coaches called the game to win, but called it not to lose, and it cost you. I completely disagree. I had this conversation at halftime with somebody. What kind of play calling did y'all want to see? We know what we have at quarterback. You cannot ask the kid to just step out of his skin and become John Elway or Dan Marino. He is what he is, and you have to call to his strengths, and you have to call this team to its strengths. We are a running football team. They dialed up passes down the end of the game, and we just couldn't complete them. So I just disagree with that. I can't blame it on I don't think the staff called a bad game. I would be the first to come on here and tell you, this staff dropped the ball. I don't believe they dropped the ball. We were limited by what we could do, and we just did what we had to do. False starts didn't help. We knew that in a pass blocking situation, our O-line isn't consistent enough. They have good moments, they have bad moments. Our O-line is not consistent enough. Corey says the OC tried to spread them out going empty set. Which is true. What else? But again, what else did you want him to do? Did you want us to line up and try to force it while they're continuously run blitzing us and stacking 9, 8 in the box? Did we? If we would have did that, y'all would have said, "Where's the creativity on offense?" Y'all would have said, "Where's the, why didn't we spread them out? Why didn't we try to get guys?" They spread them out and tried to do different looks. We motioned. We damn near motioned. Again, what do y'all want us to do? Previous weeks, we was like, well, they don't use the motion. They don't do. They brought out all this. They ran a wheel route to tow Philly out the backfield. Perfect call. They ran motion damn near every pre-snap, every offensive play to see what the defense was trying to run. Like what do we want? My only question is, if you want to criticize the play calling, you got to really come in here and tell me what you wanted to see. Knowing our personnel, knowing what we have a valid argument there, because I don't have it. Zoe says he didn't see creative offensive calls today. What did you want him to do? Did you want him to run some flea flicker shit? Seriously. Because if they were to start doing the creative crap that we've seen in previous games that I have criticized, then we would have said, well, they overcoached themselves. They started doing these trick plays and this again, we didn't see creative offensive play call. What did we want them to do? With our personnel against a top 5 defense, they protected the football. What did we want them to do? We did the same stuff we did the 1-3 straight. Thank you, Tay. Shout out to Tay. Thank you, Tay. We did the same stuff we did when we won those 3 games, including the North Carolina game, where nobody had anything to say. The problem is we went up against a top 5 defense. I'm glad somebody says it. Right. If they would have ran Wildcat, motherfuckers would have blew their gasket, right? We hated the Wildcat. Now it's like, well, wait, we should have seen some Wildcat today. Come on. Y'all got to be consistent. Are we just looking to complain, or are we going to be real about what we saw today? What we saw was this offense with Jordan Travis is limited, like I've always said, especially when you start talking about playing elite talent. You can say what you want about Clemson as a team. Defensively, they got elite talent. Defensively, and they have an elite defensive coordinator who schemes up some great shit. Venables is that guy, period, and has been. So be consistent, guys. Be consistent. I'm not giving a pass to the offense, but it wasn't on the coaching. I'll be the first to come on here and criticize the coaching. And it just wasn't that today. We went up against a big-time defense. We just couldn't make the plays when we needed to. And we had plays to make. That's another thing about the offense. We had plays. That bomb to Keyshawn inches away. That play, man. We needed that play. Good play call. Good execution. Missed it by an inch. Same thing with Keyshawn and that pass that he drops where he gets his ball on it. I know the pass is behind him, but he gets his hands on it. That continues the drive. That picks up the 3rd down. Was that a bad play call, or did we just not execute? We got to keep it a buck. Guys. We got to keep it a buck. I'm going to go to the comments here. Though they were garbage, especially that RG3. RG3 is garbage. That Travis bomb was crucial. Gameplay was what Travis could handle. Thank you, Matthew. Yeah, because Jordan Travis is limited in pushing the ball down the field, have to play to his strengths. Thank you. Just give Venables his props. He outcoached us. Well, Venables is that dude, no doubt. I'm so disappointed. I just made a banana pudding, the kind you put in the oven. Old school baked banana pudding. That's that good stuff, no power. At the end of the day, we just put Clemson on notice. We coming back. At the end of the day, I think FSU had a good showing for itself. Whether you want to have you don't want a moral victory, bro, I get it. But at the end of the day, I think FSU had a good showing for itself. We went out there and we played a tough game. We played a tough physical game and was in position to win. Did Clemson kill themselves and shoot themselves in the foot? Yeah, absolutely. But some of that you have to put on Florida State. Some of that you have to give credit to the Seminoles for stripping the ball, and those are plays that we made. Stripping the ball, catching interceptions, those things. We may be a quarterback away from really turning the corner. And I hate to say that because I actually Jordan Travis has gained more respect for me this year than he did at any other time. Because this year, I felt like they were looking for any excuse to have Milton as our starter. But it became apparent that this team goes as he goes. And that's just the facts. This team goes as Travis goes. And in games where he's playing maybe elite defenses, I don't know. I don't know if he can get it done. Good news. We don't see another defense like this the rest of the year. That's the good news. Too many up the middle runs on long yardage downs, no running back screens. But see, Marcus, I've seen y'all criticize that we call too many screens, and we actually called a ton of draws. So I don't agree with you on the draw plays. FSU called a ton of draws. They didn't get any tight end screens, but they targeted Jordan Wilson plenty. I think Jordan Wilson had like 3 or 4 catches today. Like, I don't know. It's like we go game by game, and one game we'll criticize that we run too many screens, and then it's like, well, we didn't run any screens. I don't know. You can nitpick any game. I don't think they called a bad game today. Only thing I would say is you can't throw it to the Y off of the yak motion, but it was a good coach game. Toy got hurt on a hurt BS play. Did he? I don't recall that. Jeff, what's up, man? He says, we don't have the personnel. We have talent. We just don't have enough of it. I'm really proud of my team. We played our best game. I think we came up short, but I am proud. Bottom line is you do have to capitalize on those turnovers. Hold on. Chat jumped on me, guys. So y'all going hard in the chat. I got 120 people in here. I really should have over 100 likes. There we go. We got 100 likes. Okay, y'all. All right, y'all doing what y'all supposed to do out there. Shout out to the chat. Huge fan. Thank you. On the bright side, Jermaine. Well, we know it. We know Jermaine is a first-team All-American this year. He's gonna be a top. They were calling him a top 10 pick. I don't know. I think top 20 definitely. But yeah, Jermaine is the dude. Jermaine is a dude. But we've known that. We've known that since game 1. Hell, we've known that since spring that Jermaine was that guy. You know, I agree, Dupree. I'm going to be honest. Once FSU got that ball back up 2017 as an OC, you got to at least waste 4 minutes. I agree there. And you can see it in Norvell's face on that 3 and out. But that, missed opportunity. That was Keyshawn dropping that ball, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't that the same drive where Keyshawn Helton's there, ball hits him? And again, I know it's not the best thrown football, but you got it. Playmakers make plays. If you're a playmaker, you make that play. FSU is an O-line from being a really damn good. I think we're a quarterback away. I think our O-line has been, it's not perfect. It needs to get better. I think the quarterback play is where we are there. Wait, what? How the F did Toy get hurt? And when I didn't see it, so I don't know what he's necessarily saying. NC State, Boston College is most likely wins going forward. TVD's looking good. TVD's looking good. Not gonna lie to you. And I agree with you though. That NC State game and the Boston College game don't look tough. Those are winnable football games. Miami's still a winnable game, but I've always said this, and I'll continue to say it. Miami's going to come and play that game. Shout out to Miami. I mean, they beat 2 ranked teams back to back. We legit thought Miami could be like 2-5 or 2-6 at this point. What? Yeah, go get it. We did nothing to scheme guys up the middle of the field. We went back to dropping back with JT, and that's not his game. Every turnover, try to get some out of it. RG3 is I thank you. I mean, again, and I haven't rewatched it, obviously. I hopped right on here after the game, but I believe when you go back and watch that game, you're going to see guys. And I say this every time. I say this every game about Jordan Travis. Even the games we win, go back and look. There's guys he's missing, whether he doesn't trust his arm to make that pass or he has, whatever the reason is, whatever mental block he has. Because he makes throws sometimes that I'm like, damn, that's a damn good throw. So sometimes I wonder why he doesn't trust his arm more. But every game it's like that with him. So it is what it is. Let's just remember, Clemson never had problems with their defense. It's Clemson's offense. Chad, what up with you? Damn, this hurts. Need more tight ends or running back screens. Not too much to be disappointed about. A loss is always disappointing, man. But you know what? I thought I never say this, but I thought Fuller coached. That's why I said coaching wise, I thought they coached a good game. I can't criticize the defensive play calling, nor can I criticize the offensive play calling. We didn't execute offensively, and defensively, we got to get a talent. We got to raise the talent, especially in the middle of our defense in that linebacking core. We have to get talent there. We need to get talent there. We need to get Travis J out of our secondary rotation. Again, I don't know. Move him to receiver. Y'all, we talking about we need receivers that get separation. Damn it, move him. He can't be any worse at receiver than he is at DB. Because every time he's at DB, he gives up a touchdown. We are undermanned, need better talent. I was blaming the coaches a lot, but we can't make the same mistakes. I'm done making excuses for these players. They suck. DF on the ready to jump off a bridge. I disagree, though. That Clemson defense didn't show me anything special. Well, all year, again, they haven't given up more than 14 points. So you can say they didn't show you anything special, Sniper. The stats and what you see on film says differently. Front four has been legit. That linebacker. The weakness I think of Clemson's team is their secondary. They played well against every game. That defense has showed up. So again, you can say you disagree. Everything else says differently. I agree. Y'all need a QB. We played poorly on special teams. We did. Not catching punts hurt us bad today. We got to figure out who's. They put Ward back there. Look, Ward's a true tailback. Put Toafili back there, man. We got to find someone to return punts and kicks because it seems like you can't tell me that there's not one individual on this entire roster that can't return punts or kicks. We got to figure that out. Rose says we busting NC State ass next week. What I take away from this game is we are close, but not quite there yet. And that's why I never thought, and that's why I had picked Clemson to win this game. Felt like we were close, but I didn't feel like we were a good enough football team to go into Death Valley and win that game. And we turned out that I turned out to be right. And I said that when I first started. I don't like to blame the refs either, but damn, those penalties honestly you could say cost you the game because the defense was playing lights out. Those weren't pass interferences. It is what it is, though. You got to be able to overcome those things, right? Don't hate to say it. POLK, LOL, it is what it is. JT is not a true QB. Now, if he develops a solid passing game, look out college football. But yeah, we've been saying that last few years, right? About JT. If he develops, at this point, I think he just is what he is. When we start beating team from the pocket, we will be fine. TVD is the best QB in the ACC. TVD played well. That Pitt quarterback is a beast, though. Oh, man, there was nothing wrong with the play calls. Players didn't make the plays. John Shield, okay, not entertaining hurricane trash talk or not that. Y'all can do that. Don't get me wrong, but I ain't doing it. Won't be surprised. Beats Travis out next year potentially. He's a better passer as a quarterback. Chase says, Ruco, you a damn lie. What did Ruco say? Oh, he said that TVD was the best quarterback. Let me scroll up a little bit because I'm falling a little behind on these comments. So I'm going to scroll up a little bit. Mike Norvell saw him missing open gun. Sick of Travis. Play Chubba. JT kind of looked shell-shocked. There were lanes where he had some plays, and even Island Boy kind of hit it too. JT also had plays where I don't know if he even trusted his legs this game. His decision-making, and not in terms of where to throw the ball and things like that, but we needed that decision-making he had when the last drive against Syracuse when he drove us down the field. We needed that quick decision-making. And he had plays where I'm like, bro, just pull it down and run. Just pull it down and run. And I understand what he's trying to do. but we just needed to sustain some offense. This is why I hate Miami fans. Even in a mediocre season, they act like a top 5 team. Jordan looked real average speed against. That's true, and the speed did. I agree with that. He didn't look He didn't look as fast as he usually looks against those Clemson boys. Did he? Did he? I agree with that. They have a good linebacker play at Clemson. They absolutely do. That's my whole point. Like we talking about Clemson. Like if that defense just chopped liver, we know it's not. The offense just sucks. They had an offense. They'd be the same old Clemson we've seen. Shout out T2Y. I know this comment's about to be some bull, but I'm gonna read it because he paid me for it, so I'm gonna read it. Miami win, Florida L, FSU. Our backs hurt from carrying the state. Shout out to T2I. You're still a 500 ball club, but good job to Miami. Good job to Miami.
Damn!
I think we still ended up scoring on that drive, if I'm not mistaken. Either Travis Jay at returning kicks or Wilson. We've seen Jay do it, though. We've seen Travis Jay return kicks, and what is that? It don't get us nothing. I thought the coaches had a great game plan for the most part. In the end, the depth at the O-line and the QB ability to not see the plays down. Hey, shout out to Lope. He know what he's talking about. Luke Altmaier just got drilled. I guess y'all must be watching the Ole Miss game. There you go, Irv. Bingo to Lope. What did Pickett do to be in the Heisman conversation? Just put up a bunch of yards. Again, and watch how he throws the football. But the truth is, we own the best offensive touchdown this year. That was a good play by Toafili. All of you that want Chuba out there, what are you going to do when he throws his? You already know what they're going to do, Wayne. That's why I tell you guys, like, let's not rush and play Chuba till he's ready. But you already know, how it goes. The backup guys are the most popular guys on the team until Chuba gets out there and he has his mistakes, which will come. But I'm interested next year to see what happens in that quarterback competition. Thank you again. Thank you. But we addressed that one too. Sandra, how you doing today? A member of the 863 tribe says, hello, Knowles. POLK, I'm a little upset, and I understand it. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Until they, meaning my Knowles, do right by me, I'm not going anywhere. Shout out to Sandra. No reason to throw Chuba out there. He looked good against UMass second string defense. Yeah, man. I will say this: if we want to criticize coaching, where was Corbin down the stretch? I have a problem with that. Unless he was banged up and we don't know about it. Anybody want to tell me where was Ja'Shawn Corbin down the stretch of that game? They had Toafili in a lot. Now look, Toafili, he makes great plays in open space. A lot of people, and I'm kind of starting to lean that way, think they should move Toafili to as a slot receiver. He'd be a lot more effective there, and that's fair. I'm not even against that. But where was Corbin? Corbin and Ward that's been your two-headed monster all year, and where was Corbin down the stretch? They had some run plays to Toafili that I was like, man, Corbin might break some of those arm tackles that Toafili's getting tackled by. If anybody has the answer for that, please let me know. Oh, Sammy putting it out the stats. Purdy was 5 for 5. And yeah. But, they ran a lot against that UMass team. Shout out to Irv Gotti for the $5. He says, one thing about Clemson, it seems their players stay around for 5 years. Hey, when you're making that money out there, you ain't going to go nowhere. Shout out to Irv.
Yeah, more money. Yeah, more money. Yeah.
Just glancing through the comments, guys. Can't get to everybody's comment, so I just want to hit. Tribal War says, why is nobody talking about the penalty on Jermaine Johnson? Clemson started at their own 42. No way they drive 75 yards with that little time. What was the penalty? I forget. Because I think it's a stupid penalty. I get it. The rules are the rules. But damn, these kids can't show any emotion. Call it what you will. If you agree with the penalty, then you agree that these kids should be robots. And after they make game-changing plays, maybe season-changing plays, that they're just supposed to hand the ball off to the ref and like robots, or maybe they show a little bit of spiking the ball. I don't know. Maybe they show a little bit of emotion and have a celebration. It's not like he was in a Clemson player's face taunting him or anything, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not talking about it because, again, I thought it was a bogus call. I thought the refs were on these guys' sides, and I don't even come in here and usually blame the refs, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. Okay, thank you. POLK, hold on. POLK, do you realize Wilson, and Toafili had a big game? They're all backups, which means Venables didn't have much tape on them. That's why we didn't see Corbin as much. What did Williamson have? One catch? You're saying big games. Okay. I don't know how many catches Williamson had. But now I want to see. Because I don't recall a big game from him. Wilson had some plays, and he's not really a backup. I mean, Wilson plays a lot of snaps every single game. They don't really target him in the passing game, but it's not like there's no tape on Wilson. And I don't know what Williamson did, to be honest with you. But tape didn't have anything to do, in my opinion, with why Corbin's not in the game down the stretch. Just my opinion. Hold on. I want to see what is a big game for Williamson. 2 catches for 22 yards is definitely not a big game. Toafili had 1 catch for 68. Wilson had 3 for 36. Travis had 176 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, for the most part, I think Travis played a solid game. He can't make the plays. He's got to be able to make the plays, and we just didn't do it. And again, we kind of reverted back to what we did when we were losing games. Look at the carry numbers. Corbin 9 carries, Ward 5 carries, Toafili 4. What are we doing? When we had success, all of these guys, Corbin, Ward, were getting double-digit carries. So I wonder what happened there. But also, it's easy to look at a stat sheet and criticize it. Actually, when you watch it, you kind of understand why they only ran as much as they ran. Clemson was really loading the box there, and they had to make plays. They had to try to make plays. Man, get out of here. Get out of here. I'm back to the comment section, but I see a $10 super chat. I'm just looking for it. Yes, sir. Pancakes? The referees were terrible. Shout to Jeff with the $10. He said the refs were terrible. Request no bad calls. The referees are not consistent when it comes to celebration penalties. If it wasn't for that and the fumbles, think we win. Didn't like that call at all.
My name is Jeff.
Did they score after the penalty or did we stop them? Which penalty? If we're talking about the Jermaine penalty, I believe that was the drive where they got their last touchdown of the game. Well, not the last one, because again, but I'm not even addressing that last play of the game. But I believe that penalty was stop. That was the last drive of their last scoring drive. Hey, Sammy, I'm ready for Purdy. I've seen all I need to see from Trav. He can't beat North Carolina. He can beat North Carolina of the world, but if we want to get over the hump, got to throw it downfield. You need to get into coaching / player development. You be on point. They couldn't run the ball. Thank you, Height Smart, by the way. Joe's Brinson says, hey, Pope, you think Corbin and Ward leaves and goes somewhere? No. We got to stop jumping off bridges, guys. First of all, Corbin's already transferred once. So if he was to transfer again, he gets one free transfer. If he was to transfer again, guess what happens? He loses a year of eligibility. If anything, Corbin goes pro after this year. As running back goes, for running backs, I always say the earlier they go, the better. If anything, Corbin goes pros. For Ward, no. Ward walked on here. If you really want to leave, he could have left at any point when he wasn't a scholarship player. Ward's not going anywhere. Let's stop it. Let's stop it. Sandra with a $10 super sticker. Thank you, Sandra.
Get more money, more money. Get more money, more money.
Hold on, I've been telling y'all we need linebackers. Newsflash, I've been telling y'all we need linebackers every damn week. We need linebackers. The ACC has always had horrible refs. Remember, he's Ron Cherry. It seems like they're always making bad calls. 8 men in the box. What happened? First half, we averaged 3.1 yards per rush, so I get it. If I was home game but I said that Wednesday. I said if this was a home game, I would pick Florida State to win that game. I said that. I said, but it's in Death Valley. We're still figuring some things out. I said 21-17. I know the final score is 30-20, but it's really what we really finished. What 20 was it? 24-20 ended up being the real final score, or whatever the case. Jordan Travis isn't a confident leader. I wouldn't say he's not a leader, but I don't know. Sometimes he seems to lack confidence on the football field. Y'all hype these running backs up too much. I never agreed that they were that good. Well, we've only watched them every week be that good. Man, we can do one game, and here we go. One game against a top 5 defense in the entire nation. Defense that hasn't given up more than, 14 points to offenses. Or they're averaging under 14 points for the whole season. We knew we were going to struggle running the ball. And here we go. We want guys to transfer. They're not as good as we thought. Hey, y'all speak for yourselves. That's all I say. This is what happens after a loss. I get it. Defense got turnovers. Defense played good overall game. We still don't have any. For some reason, we can't seem to find anybody that can kick return or punt return. That pitch pass fumble, we needed that. It was the right call, though. The pitch pass fumble. Are you talking about the last play of the game? That little hook and lateral or whatever they tried to do? Ain't no hype. Ward is very. Hey, I don't know. I get it. We're a little emotional right now. How do I think recruits see this game? That's a great question, right? I can never speak for these kids, but I think you got to look at the game and say, well, the FSU that I used to watch goes in here and gets blown out, and this team they've fought in every week since the 0-4 start. They've been in every single game since the 0-4 start, obviously, because you won 3 straight and you were right there at the end to win this one. They are a player or 2 away at certain positions. I mean, if I'm a recruit, I'm saying, if I'm a recruit and I really want to be at FSU, well, then I'm the guy that can change it because they're right there. But you can never say. You can never say how kids are going to view this stuff. I'm out of here, Polk. Time to go crush these Halloween. All right, Joe Johnson. Linebackers didn't lose this game. The offense in the second half did. No, I'm not saying the linebackers lost it, but I can still tell you that we need to upgrade the position. The refs didn't want us to get this game. Why would you review a play with the Shipley is weak? Any other error versus FSU, he would have got injured. He was slowly getting up. Hey, DF, I hear you. Shipley played a damn good football game. Say what you want. They rode that man till the wheels fell off, and the wheels was barely hanging on at the end, but Shipley single-handedly beat us. I mean, you can't really, I don't know. You can't really knock that. You can't really knock that. Ship carried him, as far as I'm concerned. Ship carried him. Moore says, I know this might sound dumb, but do you think Milton is a better guy to have during a 2-minute drives, last drive situations where Travis seems to be panicking? At this point, unless Travis goes down, I don't really want to or need to see Milton. I get where you're trying to come from, and it's not a stupid or dumb question, but when Travis is making quick decisions, whether it's even just running the ball, he's a very, very effective. Just implementing a 2-minute offense for Milton, I don't know. I don't know. That's not the way to go. You got to have the hat count, Pope. You can't just be running into a pinch. I agree, Corey. Polk, I'm just saying we have 3 good running backs. You mean to tell me not one could put together a good game? Well, you had to, like Corey's talking about, you just can't keep running into an 8-man front, bro. you have to give what the defense is trying to give you, and that's what they tried to do. Like, we knew what we were up against, and it just, it is what it is, man. We knew what we were up against. It was a tough game at the end of the day. Mortimer, we'll hope so. Dustin Hill, if he comes in January, like all the rumors keep saying he is, so one of these guys got to be able to return kicks. Where's T2Y at? I know he was here earlier. Never fails. Every time FSU loses a game, people start with the craziness. As far as I'm concerned, we're 3-1 right now. I wish we were. I wish we had a winning record. Polk, some fans can't be satisfied. They had a chance to win. People acting like we got blowed out. When Clemson fumbled and they said it was an incomplete pass. By the rules, it was an incomplete pass, unfortunately, because he pitched it forward. Unfortunately. Who got hurt at the end of the game for FSU? Someone said it was Toll Philly. I think the team is light years from the first 4 games. We are turning the corner. People more concerned with recruiting than what goes down on Saturday. And Tyler, I think the reason is because you see that this team needs to get more talented. I really think, because you can kind of put me in that. I'm not saying that I care more about recruiting than what goes down on Saturday, but I think one is linked to the other, obviously, especially when you start 0-4. We started off having a top 10 recruiting class. Now we're down to a top 15. We're trying to hold on to that. They just recently interviewed Antavius Woody. He said Florida State still is number 1 school. He plans on honoring his commitment, but he fully admitted he is taking visits for the experience. And if anything changes, he'll let us know. Like, that's a kid that's looking around. We see that we need there's certain positions where receiver, linebacker, even the O-line still, even though it's getting better, you need to keep infusing these positions with talent. Can't lose games and think that you can get a bunch of good talent. You know what I mean? That's why people like me, I'm concerned with recruiting, because we desperately need to hang on to what we got and add some key pieces. But it's still, as much as I want Coleman, Marvin Jones Jr., Nigel Kelly, these are guys we're still in the running for. Basaint, Tolan out of LSU, who's currently committed to LSU, but they're saying he's looking to eventually decommit here, or he's shopping himself. Like, as much as I want all those kids I just named, how likely is it if we're 3-5? We think we might have 2 other games on the schedule that are very winnable in terms of Boston College and North Carolina State. Miami game's a 50-50 game. Florida, we'll see. Again, I think if you finish 6-6, it's a win. People ain't gonna want to hear that, because I know what our stupid AD said, and he's a clown and he's stupid. Our AD's dumb, but he said 6-6 not good enough. Well, here we are. We can get to 6-6. It is what it is. And I keep saying that phrase. It is what it is. We can get to 6-6. I think that's a win for the season because at least you're in a bowl game getting that extra game. So yeah, I don't know. I kind of went far on that one. They ride Shipley, but we won't ride Corbin. No more rotating QBs. I never want to see it again as long as I live. If Potter, dang, chat jumped on me again, would have made those field goals and DJ played good, it wouldn't have been close. Well, hell, if freaking I had $1 million, I wouldn't be on YouTube probably right now, if I'm being honest with you. Like, come on, you can say that about any game. That's how football's played. If this doesn't happen, then this wouldn't have happened. Like, it's a dumb comment. DJ's been ass all year. So if DJ would have played good, Clemson probably isn't flirting with being a 500 football team if DJ was good. I mean, come on. We are one talented QB and a true middle linebacker away from winning season. Number 26, just truck Travis J. I didn't even see that, but I don't doubt you. I didn't even see that. Didn't even see that. Yeah, Toffoli, they had to cart him off. Did they really? I'll be honest with you, I turned the game off. So Toffoli got carted off at the end. One thing I can say about Travis, make the dumb mistake that he normally makes. He has improved the quarterback. I agree. I actually think Travis has improved. It's just that shows how far he had to come because it's still not good enough. Purple Goblin Dillingham has to call an offense that's tailored around Travis. Well, that's what he's been doing these last few weeks. Y'all think Georgia got some leftovers over there? Right. For real. Them boys, I got to see if them boys got so many leftovers over there for us. I got some shooters. I will put you in timeout, brother Jay Blaze, because you know what? I've never seen you in here before. We don't rock like that over here. You gonna come in here and talk trash to me, and you're a Kane fan, you got to come in here every week, win, lose, draw. Again, it's so funny that I got over 100 people in the chat. These Hurricane fans who I haven't seen all year. They win a few games. Now all of a sudden they come in here trying to talk to me. Get out of here with that. Sorry. You in timeout. I ain't going to block you. I don't block people, but I will put your ass in timeout. Got to come with respect over here. The guys who come in here every week, they know who they are. Them, I let them talk. People that show up every 5 weeks, man, come on. Come on. We need Duffy. What's up, Big Kane? Like, yeah, at least introduce yourself first. Some of these names I recognize, not because y'all being here, but when I watch some of the Miami channels, some of these names I do recognize. His spin move, Sniper. He kills me when he spins. Travis always seems to spin into the pressure. It's like, bro, just step up and run it. Stop spinning out of the pocket because it never quite goes the way it should go. He could have tucked it if he ran a few times. And buy the Sheba dip and timeout Candy Cane. Travis is so limited. It's only so much Dilly can call. That's what I've been saying, D. You know, that's what I've been saying. Travis got the EJ Manuel spin. A lot of people were saying that on Twitter. I kept seeing people say that on Twitter with the EJ Manuel spin out. Do we play them Canes, them Cants next? We play Miami. I think we play Miami in 2 weeks, not next week. We play NC State next week, and it's a home game, which is great. I think the next 2 games we have, Miami and NC State, are both home games. I know Miami's a home game this year. So that's great. That can get us back on the right track. If we can get 5-5, hey. See, Maiden Day is in here every week, win, lose, or draw. So And Maiden Day really don't troll, but when he does say something, I don't really care. I let him slide when they talk in the chat. But I mean, he's speaking facts. Like, yeah, we big and bad, we 4-4. But I'll say this, Maiden Day, Manny said he not going nowhere. How y'all gonna fire this man after going back to back against ranked teams? Manny in it for the long haul. Manny in it for the long haul. Hurricane fans. Oh, they play Georgia Tech next week. They probably gonna win that game. The funny thing is, I'm a Seminole fan, was telling Miami that they was sleeping on TVD. I said, from what I've seen from TVD, he's a good quarterback. Y'all just sleeping on him. TVD showing some stuff. If Duffy misses a lot of throws, I've watched enough of him this year. FSU fans are complaining about the refs, but it was good calls for Clemson and FSU. We're complaining about untimely pass interference calls that weren't pass interference calls. I mean, you can't even debate I haven't heard one person say, you know what, those were good pass interference calls. Even the announcers, who they sucked, by the way, but even the announcers, people on other social media platforms, no one that said, even the Miami fans in here was like, yeah, those were some bad pass interference calls. What calls did we have that we had benefited us for Clemson? I can't think of any. Yes, sir. Canelo and Plant. Yes, sir. Y'all know I like Plant. That's going to be a tough fight, though, for him. Toafili looked like he did something nasty to his ankle. Damn. It's only so much you can call. You sure don't cater to a read option. You limit what these backs can do. And then the scared QB doesn't help. I'm late. Tough loss. Yet Travis can't throw. I think that score might be something like that. Again, that Miami game is, I think, going to be a very fun game. It will not be like it was last year. Can we make a bowl game? Well, if we would have won this game, I would have said we have a good shot. We still have a shot because other than Florida, and even Florida, I mean, at AR-15, now granted, he went against the best defense in the country by a landslide, but he didn't look good today, right? Is Florida beatable? I think Florida's still beatable. Like, I think every game down the stretch is beatable. You just got to find a way to win these games. I don't think we play a team that's as talented as Clemson the rest of the way. I don't think so, but it's going to be interesting. And Miami fans can speak to that, but it's going to be hard. You're going to have a hard time convincing me that you're going to bench, because every Miami fan I hear says Garcia is 10 times better. And that might be the case. You're going to have a hard time convincing TVD, who's going on this little tear right now and has gotten Miami out of their slump, and now they're winning games against quality teams, and you're going to say you're going to bench him for a guy who hasn't played? But those are Miami problems, not our problems. Our defense gave up over 1,000 yards in 2 games. I'm ready for Manny Diaz to exit the building. No, Manny ain't going nowhere. Manny ain't going nowhere. Yeah, Manny getting an extension. Manny getting that extension. Garcia hurt ankle. He not leaving. Travis can throw. Clemson has better players on defense. Travis can throw to a degree, Sandra. There's certain throws, however, that I think he's not confident in making. That's what I won't say he can't throw. I don't think he's confident in making certain throws. Dennis, how you doing, man? Dennis been with me from the beginning. Kilo says, Jake hit the transfer portal. We got Ja'Cory Brown coming. I mean, says not so fast, my friend. Don't be talking that craziness. I don't know. I think Garcia is a better prospect than Ja'Cory. That's just me. That if it's true that Toafili did like really mess himself up, we are deep at back, so we should be fine. But that sucks to hear. When I saw Chuba play last week, I saw what this offense could be like last year. Jake, hit the portal, pump the brakes, my guy. I don't think Clemson is better than Florida. That's debatable, though. That's debatable. I think Florida has a better offense because they have a better offensive mind on that. But, I mean, Florida gave up 40-some points to LSU, right? And I don't. You can say, well, Florida's got a better offense, but Clemson has a way better defense. So I think they kind of even out. I don't think. I think it's hard to say one's better than the other. Both teams aren't great. Both teams are beatable is kind of my point. Great with the $20 says, I think more disappointed than you are about this game, but great commentary today. I'm disappointed only because I thought at the end we were going to pull it out. Great. But you remember, I picked Clemson to win, so that's, it just is what it is. What it is. Like I thought it was going to be a tough task. So, but after that strip sack, I thought we had the game. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought we had the game.
Clickety clank, clickety clank. The money goes into my piggy bank.
Yeah, I like James. Yeah, but they don't have the defense. So we know that. I mean, a Miami player just came in here and told y'all, like, the man's gave up 1,000 yards the last 2 games over there at Clemson. I mean, excuse me, at Miami. They don't have, it's like, and if you go back and watch the NC State game, if NC State just catches passes, they beat Miami. Like, that guy just was dropping, like, he was looking like Pookie Wilson out there. So, again, I think a shootout is possible in that game because we run the ball. Miami isn't a great tackling team. They're going to have a tough time, I think, with our running backs. And they don't really like their linebackers either. I think that Miami Florida State game is a good matchup. Man, it is what it is. Jordan Travis can't throw. Coach afraid to throw 14 passes. Jesus. Again, I don't think the coaches are afraid to throw it. That's where I disagree with you. We know for a fact these coaches aren't afraid to throw it because they've been trying to force this man to throw it for games now, and it didn't work, and we were losing. They said, okay, bump it. We'll limit your passes to 15 pass attempts a game, and we're just going to run the ball. And what do you know? We started winning. We got to make up our minds is what I'm saying. Do we want them to coach to our strengths, like I've been asking, and they were doing, and we were winning, or do we want them to say, bump it, let's force Jordan Travis to throw the ball? And I get it. In this game, you had to make plays in the air. I said that Wednesday. I said, we're going to have to make plays in the passing game to win this game. We just came up short. Agreed there. Agree with Zoe. Miami won't stop our run game, and I'm not so sure we can stop their passing game. I agree with that. Manny got to win the ACC championship for an extension. I don't know if you can do that. But again, he just beat 2 ranked teams in a row. So y'all might as well go ahead and lock him in for another few years. That's all I got to say. Hold on. Chat jumped on me, guys. Now he coming here trying to introduce himself. I can read. Your name is Brother J Blaze. How you doing? I'm pretty sure you know my name already. You're in here. 1,008 yards to be exact. When Travis builds that I don't care attitude like Winston and just throws the ball, he will be successful. I don't care if you throw 10 picks, throw the damn ball. Norvell did a good call to punt it because it was a 4th and 32. Just they called to get the offense going in the second half. UF is more winnable than Miami, in my opinion. You really think so, Tony? Why is that? Because we're on the road at UF. We're home against Miami. Why do you think UF is more winnable than Miami? Travis will be playing for his starting job the rest of the way. I don't think so. I think he's locked in. And next year we'll have this conversation again. That we needed that one. B Gaines, we needed that. If he connects on that, this game is different. Like, that's what I'm saying. We were inches away from making the plays to win us this game. if you want to take some solace in that, you can. But, you know, at the end of the day, we didn't make the plays that we needed to make. But the play, that's what I'm saying. Like, people criticizing play calling and like, go watch the game. The plays were there to be made. I criticize coaching, and for most of FSU's problems, I've put it 90% on the coaching. I honestly have. Anybody can tell you. I've always said coaching first. Coaches set these players up to be successful, blase, blase, blase. Well, today, I felt like the coaches had the players in the position to be successful, and players didn't make plays. We didn't make the throws where they were there. We didn't get the catches when we needed them. We didn't make the plays. They were there to be made, and Clemson was also giving us extra opportunities to make the plays, and we didn't make the plays. Let's call a spade a spade, like I always say. Call a spade, like I always say. I thought that call was valid. The pass interference calls I thought were bogus. My problem with the late hit call, I know you can say it's bogus, and maybe some people may agree with you, but my problem is DJ, the quarterback's going out of bounds. It's one thing if you were this close to him and you bumped him. DJ had to dive at his legs. You made an effort to hit a guy who was clearly going out of bounds, and you dived at his legs. Even DJ knew when he got up, it was bad on his part. Like he didn't even try to fight it. He was like, "Oh man, why'd I do that?" You know. Will Shipley is a bust. Are you saying a bust like Jerome Bettis, or are you saying like a bust, like he's not that good? I've been talking about Ja'Kai Douglas and the lack he's been used on offense for the last 4 weeks, Todd. I don't know who serial Ja'Kai pissed in. The fact that he can't get on the offensive side of the ball and make some plays, I don't know. I don't know. You guys keep saying Travis overthrew his receiver. No, the Generation Z receivers need to learn to extend. The problem is, now I could be wrong. I think Helton did try to extend. Helton's short though. The only knock I'll take it back. The pass I'll give Travis on that particular play is Maurice Smith gets beat. Travis has to move out the pocket and reset, and that probably messed up the rhythm and timing on that throw. That's the pass I'll give on Travis there. Not so much on the receiver having to extend for the ball and all that stuff. McClain played a lot. They just didn't target him as much as they should have. It's still an away game, but you're right. It wasn't a prime time Clemson game, to be fair. Lundy should get benched, but who are you going to throw out there? Because as much as I knock DJ Lundy, he's better than Steven Dix. He's better than Steven Dix, and I will not debate that. He could have. Tony says should have done the Philly special on the 4th and 32. Bring Taggart back. His play call. If you think he's one of these crazy ass fans here, they're not real Florida State fans. They're Willie Taggart fans. If you think Willie Taggart's play call, I don't even know why I highlighted that. I don't even know why I highlighted that comment. No, I didn't say he was. I thought Will Shipley was a one-man army today. So I just was trying to clarify what you were trying to say. And you were saying that he's a bust. I guess like he was carrying people. So I got you. Boston College got beat by the Cuse. Boston College is winnable. NC State is winnable. Miami's winnable. I think there's still a chance down the stretch, guys. That Syracuse win looks good. but this season's not over. I would have loved to win this game, but I said it Wednesday. Even if we lose, this season is not done. This team can still make up a lot of ground. Adam Fuller got true freshmen in the slot when Brownlee is more physical to help stop Shipley. See, again, we kind of go into this hindsight or this revisionist history. Like, we've only been saying how great Kevin Knowles has been this entire time. And now it's like, oh, Kevin Knowles isn't physical enough. At the end of the day, Shipley just did what Shipley was a 5-star running back. Like, Shipley just is who he is at the end of the day. I feel you, Joseph Hardaway. I feel you on that. I was calling for that last year about Brandon Gant. Penn State 7, Ohio State 3, North Carolina 7-7 with Notre Dame. JT needed to put more air on the ball. Again, the pass I'll give JT is go watch the play. Maurice Smith gets beat up the middle. JT's got to readjust, reset his feet, and try to make that throw. So it was a little bit. It was what it was. It is what it is. Like I've been saying all day. I thought Chuba or Milton would play this game. Dude said Philly special. Shots. Yeah, Kevin Knowles is a nickel trying to help him run support Brownlee in coverage. Put Tony in timeout. Somebody put him in timeout already, I think. What was he saying? Other than the Willie Taggart thing. You must have had other comments that I didn't see. Shots. I owe y'all 3 shots because we scored 3 touchdowns. I should have said 3 offensive touchdowns. So I only have to do 2 of these damn things. Tony Elliott sucks. Told y'all Tony Elliott's not that good. What is FSU football, Noble-blooded? Sometimes I feel like the coaches are still trying to get the feel of our players, which is fine by all means, but damn, it hurts that take a L. I think again, I guess I'll defend the coaches here. I feel like when I watch the game, I think they have a good idea of what they have. We need an upgrade in talent at certain positions. No, what happened? What, somebody say something crazy or something? I wasn't paying attention. The fact that J. Trav is a 7-5 QB at best. Had they started him during all those first 4 games, I don't disagree with that. If the fact is, Jordan Travis is what he is, man. Like he Hardaway said it best. He's a 7-5 QB at best. Is he going to beat any elite squads? Probably not, but he can beat North Carolina, Syracuse. Hell, he could probably beat Boston College and NC State. And we'll see how he plays in the rivalry games. Pumping our chest about 2 wins when we haven't won. Hey, Maiden Day, that's between you and the Hurricane fans. Again, I got people in my chat that I've never seen in here. They probably watch me every week, but they ain't never, ever talked to me before in the chat before. You got the Miami fans coming in here just talking. They just talking. Guys that I ain't never seen before. When y'all was 2-4, boy, you would have thought Miami football was about to get the death penalty. But here they are. They want to talk. All I want to say is don't be a stranger. And for the most part, y'all know I let people come over here and talk. But you can't show up. You can't. There's one. I'm going to take this one. I don't know about 3, man. I don't know about 3. Coaches and players lose. Dillingham and Fuller was garbage. Imagine being confident about 4-4. I mean, again, that's what y'all. That's between you and your boys. I gotta force this shot down. Jordan Travis had a chance to get better than Jane. All right. Boy just said some straight tomfoolery right there. Maiden Day, Zay, T2Y is cool. He trolls on purpose. Like T2Y says stuff that triggers y'all on purpose. I really ignore T2Y, especially when we're facing a loss. But as far as Hurricane fans that actually come in here and have dialogue, yeah, Maiden Day is one of the good ones. King Zay is one of the good ones. Kilo, and there's some other ones. All right, let me take this shot. Y'all want me to? This is I owe y'all 3. I don't know if I'm gonna get all 3, but this is number 1, as you see, and this is what I poured. Jameson. I think I'm about to kill myself. Mikey says, "Hey, bro, the Knowles finish NC State, Miami, Boston College, and Florida. Okay, so you go in 2-2, finish 5-7. Does the head coach not getting fired, Mikey? So we can cancel Christmas. It's just not going to happen. Whether I want him fired or not is irrelevant. He's not going to get fired. All right, let's do this. Here's my cute little shot glass. I don't know. Can y'all see that? Like a glare on it. Anyway, it says FSU on the front. There you go. If you're in Tallahassee, go give Sandra a shout out. All right, man. Let me do this. Oh, that was rough. How about we talk shit when we are relevant? Shit. And real Power 5 football. And not because we made some dumbass change. Damn, Maiden's Day don't sound very happy about the state of Miami football right now. Zoe says, Sandra, let's do some lunch. Brother Blay says it's a Canes thing. I guess it's a Canes thing. One of your fellow Canes don't feel the same way you feel, though. That boy Manny definitely getting fired, though. I think Manny needs an extension. How about we talk when we can win an ACC, a New 6 Bowl, a playoff game, a natty? I'll take Chris Parsons right now out of high school. He looks really good. And Fuller looks promising when he gets in. Quayshawn had a good game. Yeah, Quayshawn had some splash plays. But it's hard. You know, it's hard when you're playing behind Keir Thomas and Jermaine Johnson. But Quayshawn had some splash plays. As I said, if they end up 5-7, how will you feel about the season? I think 5-7 is about what people predicted. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. But 5-7 is like what people predicted before. I think 5-7 will kind of fall in line with what everybody thought. So 5-7 good? Hell no. But I guess it would show that they're kind of on track. I really wanted this game because I think you could have squeezed out 2 more games down the stretch, and we weren't able to do it. I wouldn't feel good about a 5-7 season, but it's also, you know, how those 5 games were won. At the end of the day, I think when I watch this team, they don't look as bad as they looked previously. I guess that's the best thing I can say about Florida State at this point. A lot of people say Manny's out of here. I don't want to change the subject, but in 2.5 months will be 2 years I survived that heart surgery. Shout out to Todd. Yeah, we can talk after we come in your house. Yeah, by all means, I will be live. I always am. I'm live here, win, lose, or draw. I don't run. I don't go nowhere. So it is what it is. Let me take this second one. Second shot right here. He happy. The funny thing is, I know I've seen him before because I watch. Again, I see other people on other Miami channels, but he's never came in here before. He's never came in here before. But see, when y'all start winning a few games, now all of a sudden, let me come in here and pump my chest about something. It's a Canes thing. I guess it is a Canes thing. Because again, the real thing to do is be in here, win, lose, or draw. Where's DJ at? Well, I guess we're gonna see him going forward because from what I hear, he's told Philly got hurt at the last play of the game. They're saying he got carted off, so a bad ankle injury, or someone said a hip, something crazy. So we might be seeing him. Oh man, Todd Pope just put a little bet out there. Hold on, but we might see more DJ Williams as the season goes. But Todd says take 5 shots of Jack Daniels if we win out. I'll do that. We win out. Does this include the bowl game or just winning out regular season? But if we win out, I'll say if we win out regular season, my last, so that Florida instant reaction show, I'll take 5 shots if we have one out up until that point. Polk, you're going to be happy. I don't know if it's going to be happy, sick, hungry. I'm going to be something. Soon as FSU take the lead, Adam Fuller give it right back. How is that FSU can't get athletic playmakers? Well, you have 3 different coaches in 4 years, whatever. It's hard to convince kids to commit to you. It is, that's how it kind of works, Philly. So we got to show the consistency. I think we'll fix it, but this, it was a tough loss because we played a decent game and Clemson gave you every opportunity to win it. How many offensive points did Georgia score on Clemson? Yeah, something like that. That was like a 10-7 ball game, Georgia versus Clemson. But people won't talk about that. They'll just talk about how, truth is, again, Clemson's defense is legit. I will chat with you next week. Have a good one. Shout out to Mikey. Brother says, I've been watching UM beat FSU for years. Yeah, that's what's up. And I've been watching FSU beat UM for years. So what are we talking about? Yeah, you remember Kyle Wright? Yeah, I remember them. You remember the last, 6, 7 straight we won? Yeah, I remember that one. I've been watching the same thing you've been watching, brother. Last shot. I paid my debt. Some Canes fans are like Smokey. When we lose, we quiet. But when we win, we be talking again. That Miami versus FSU weekend. I'm gonna try to make my rounds that week. Obviously, it depends on how my schedule is gonna play out. But I'm gonna try to. You know me, I'll definitely hop on T2Y. If T2Y is still in the chat, we got to set up something for that FSU Miami week. I got to get in contact with Zoe and see if Zoe would like to do something. I would love to go on Coach Hayes and talk football with Coach Hayes. If y'all don't know, Coach Hayes is like my favorite Miami YouTube channel just because the OG is knowledgeable on the sport, obviously. He's coached at FIU and all that. If I could definitely get on there with Coach Hayes, that would be dope for me. Just talk ball. Y'all know me, I like to talk ball. But I'm going to try to make my rounds that week. And maybe some guys will come over here, but I don't mind going into enemy territory. You know me, I don't give a damn. I don't run from nobody. Arthur or Kate, I don't know. Y'all names be killing me. Cub Arthur. Do you think Mackenzie Milton should have came in when Travis was having? No, I'm not gonna. It's so easy to go back and say, "Oh, we should have did." No, I think we did the right thing. Stick with Trav. If Trap is our quarterback, then damn it, stick with him. And Milton shouldn't see the field unless Trap goes down with the injury. Yeah, I'm TGF Boxing put that. I'm gonna definitely check out Showtime tonight. What y'all think? I don't know. I might do something on the other channel. I might. Y'all want me to do something on the other channel for the fights? Yeah, Coach Hayes is dope. He's my favorite Miami channel. That's not a knock on any other Miami YouTubers, but the emotion is not there. I'm not saying that Coach Hayes isn't emotional. He's a Miami fan. Of course we get emotional, but there's football. Like we talking football. So, and that's why I just like listening to Coach Hayes. Like the emotion kind of goes out of the way. We talk X's and O's, you just talk like what's on the football field. So what I'm saying is that FAU, UCF, FIU, and other small schools find develop wide receivers, linebackers in the state of Florida. These teams also have coach. Fair. That's fair. I mean, does FIU have a good linebacking core? I don't watch any of these other teams to say how their linebacking core is, to be honest with you. But I understand what you're trying to say. Why can't we find some gems, some diamonds in the roughs, things like that? Yes, sir, POLK. I just asked T2Y last night if y'all would do a collab. I'm going to try to. I'm pretty sure T2Y wouldn't have a problem with it. Yeah, definitely have Jurg on the show. Definitely have Jurg on the show. Y'all know that. Coach Hayes is a realistic, non-biased Canes fan. That's my guy. I wish we would get Jermaine Johnson. Man, if we could take Jermaine Johnson, you ain't lying, Panama. If we can get Jermaine back, I would. I don't know. I ain't selling my truck. I sell my Impala if we can get Jermaine back. Travis ain't Purdy better. Travis ain't it Purdy better. Got it. No, we'll see. I don't think Travis is the. Travis, I think he's good enough right now. But if we're ready to once we're ready to establish and take that next step, I don't think Travis can be the quarterback there. But I went an hour and 40. It was a tough loss, but again, I thought all in all, man, FSU played about as good a game. We played about as good a game as we could. We couldn't take advantage of missed opportunities by Clemson gave us opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, and we couldn't take advantage of it. That's unfortunate, but we didn't go out there and make an embarrassment of ourselves by any means. And I think that is something to take from this game. A lot of football left to be played this year. All in all, tough loss. I didn't think we'd get the win, so it's not shocking to me, but the fact that we were there. We were inches, like, I know y'all don't want me to bring up this man's name, but Jimbo Fisher used to say, we were inches away. And the football's a game of inches. And if we make up some of those plays, and we're having a different conversation here. So we're at the 140 mark. I'll wait a little bit if anybody got something in the comments and y'all want to touch on real quick, but I'm about to close this thing out. Viewer counts dropping pretty steadily. We're still at 73. I mean, we can still keep going, but I want to do some other thing. You want me to give some grades? T2I fans talk too much fantasy. LOL. They never talk serious football over there. I like T2Y channel when I want to go over there, have some laughs and make some fun. But you're not wrong. Like when it's time to really talk ball, I just want to see whoever QB to have a great killer instinct. Let's do the grades and then we'll close it out. Quarterback grade. It's F wouldn't be fair. I don't think a D would be fair. I just think Travis played an average football game. He protected the ball. He was able to make a couple throws. But overall, he didn't make the plays when we need him. So I can't give him anything more than a C. He played an average football game today, as far as I'm concerned. He played an average football game. I need more. Your quarterback needs to be B+ to A if you want to have a chance to beat a top 5 defense. And Travis wasn't that. But you got to give credit to a guy who didn't put the ball in dangerous situations. He didn't turn it over, things like that. So to be fair, I'm just going to give him a solid C. Running backs are a tough grade because no one had over 10 carries. None of the running backs had over 10 carries. Corbin wasn't even in the game down the stretch. Again, if I'm gonna knock the coaching staff for one thing, I'm gonna question why wasn't Jayshon Corbin in the game down the stretch. But Toffoli did have a big catch out of the backfield that turned into a touchdown. That accounts to somewhat of the running back grade. But overall, as a unit, C. I can't give the running backs any more than a C at the most. I thought Ward had some good runs. Why did he not get more than 5 carries or the 6 carries he got? Is it because he fumbled? That is tough. Ward never fumbles. He did choose this one game to fumble. I thought that was like so typical of what we've watched in recent years. Ward never fumbles the ball. Against Clemson, he fumbles the ball. Somebody said D plus C. I think C. C to C minus is a Pharrell. C minus is a fair grade for the running backs. I expect more out of the best tandem of running backs, I think, in the ACC. So I can agree with that. I expect more. C minus. And D plus, C minus. So none of that stuff is really off basis. D plus, C minus. But I got to give him a C minus because of the play with Toffoli's a running back. Can't discount that play. Wide receivers. Again, another tough grade. I think I'm going D plus to C minus for the wide receivers. Helton had some opportunities. Pookie early was making plays. If maybe on that first drive could move some stuff if Pookie got that foot down. I get it. You can't really control those type of things. I always include my tight ends and the wide receivers. Wilson made some catches. Shout out to him, but the glaring mistake for the receivers for me is that play by Helton. That I know the throw was behind him, but I need FSU wide receivers to make that guy above my head right there. He makes that catch. That's why he is who he is. That's why he's on my freaking wall. I need FSU receivers. I'm not saying everybody has to be like number 9 back there, but come on. Rashard Greens, Kenny Shaws. I need my FSU receivers. I need that group to come back to what it used to be. And right now, we don't got it. Helton's got to make that play. Offensive line. I think our offensive line, man, struggled in certain aspects, but held up in other aspects. Like, overall, C minus for this offense to D plus. D plus to C minus, however you kind of see it. They had plays, but they also had plenty of opportunities to make more plays. The plays were there. That's why I say I could not knock the coaching staff for this game. There were plays to be made offensively, and we did not make them. So, overall offense gets a D plus. I'll go D plus because I think there were more plays to be made and we didn't get them. Defensively, man, what can I say? I mean, Jermaine Johnson alone on that deep, but Quayshawn Fuller, Jermaine Johnson, Keir Thomas, McClendon, those defensive ends played great. Would you like maybe a few more sacks? I guess. So with that being said, B plus to A minus for the defensive ends. I think Jermaine Johnson's play kind of gets it to that A minus range. The defensive ends literally put points on the board in this game. I mean, if that doesn't get you at least an A minus, then I don't know. Lovett played great. But outside of Lovett, I think we had some kind of misses there on the defensive tackle rotations. One of those big runs in the first half, defensive tackles kind of got pushed out the way there. That was Malcolm Ray and a couple guys. Overall, though Lovett played great, maybe some of the other guys didn't play as great. I still think the D-line overall probably gets anywhere from a B plus to an A minus, but I would give the D tackles maybe a solid B. Could have been better. Linebackers. Gaynor came on in the second half, I thought, after having that first play of the game was like a good play from Gaynor. Then he kind of just disappeared. Yes, sir.
What is that?
That's a Carrots.
Oh, carrots.
Yeah.
And why do you have to?
Hold on a second for me, son. And then but I mean Lundy's there in run support. Deloach is trying again. He's the only sideline to sideline backer we really have, but he lacks a little bit of the physical. Like if you could put Deloach's athleticism and Lundy's body, you'd have the best linebacker in the country, right? But our linebacker plays got to improve because even in the running game, they're supposed to clean up some of those plays by the defensive line, and they're just not there. I can't give the linebackers any better than a D plus. No, I'll give them a C minus. They made certain plays, but linebackers were tough. The linebackers were tough. And then the secondary, I don't feel like they were really ever challenged in this game. I'm gonna give Travis J a F. Because you can't let that quarterback beat you on that pass. DJ Polynesian Sauce isn't a good quarterback. Come on, Travis, be a dog. Asante Samuel's probably 2-3 inches shorter than you, and he probably defends that pass. Matter of fact, he defends that pass better than you did. Bad pass interference is called, so I won't knock my DBs on the bad interference calls, but Jay gets an F for me. That brings the overall grade of the defensive backfield down. But again, I don't think they were ever really challenged in this game outside of that play. So for me, B for the DBs. Overall, I think the defense got a solid B to B plus. One of the only issues I got with the defense is you were the first Division I football team, first ACC team to let Clemson score more than 20 points. Say what you want about Adam Fuller not being, we still were that team, so we got to improve there. But those are my grades. And then special teams get an F because of course we miss we miss extra points, can't get kick returns, can't field punts. Special teams have nosedived since last year. I don't know what's going on over there. Sandra says, everyone have a wonderful evening. You too, Sandra. Please have a great evening. Be safe. And good night to you. Thank you for tuning in. Travis J saw the ball in the air and still got scored on. Even worse, it was a tight end. You telling me you can't put jump? Hey, I feel you. Sniper. 100%. B plus, secondary C minus. So that's my grades. That's my grades for the game. This was our instant reaction. Again, tough game, man. Tough game, but a good game. And at the end of the day, man, Florida State had a solid showing. It is what it is there. No squad says embarrassing, and 0-2 is like D minus. So y'all feel a certain type of way. Come here. Y'all feel a certain type of way about that defense, or certain positions on that defense. And I get it. No Power says, ha. But, man, thanks to everybody who tuned in. Hit that like button on your way out. Man, I think the most we had in here tonight. We had well over 100 people in here tonight. And I got well over 127 likes. So you guys did your job on the likes. Also, don't forget to share the video, man. Let people know what we got over here, man. Build the community. Let people know that I go live every game after Florida State football. Win, lose, or draw. I don't run from nobody. I'm in here 10 toes down. Whoops. My bad, guys. I'm in here 10 toes down, chopping it up, talking. Win, lose, or draw, guys. I am in here. So let people know this is what we got. If they're a Florida State fan, come on in. If you're a Florida State fan, you're not subscribed, I don't know. What are you looking for? I mean, maybe those other guys over there I ain't going to say no names, but y'all know those other guys. Maybe you prefer them, and that's fine. But if you're a Noles fan, you should be over here. Miami fans are welcome. I just ask that you introduce yourself first. And then don't be a stranger. Don't go ghost. Don't go ghost when y'all lose. I'm here every Saturday. Miami fans should be in here every Saturday too if they want to talk that trash. But As always, man, it's your boy Polk over here on 863 Seminole TV. Stay classy, Seminoles, man. Keep your head up. I think we're turning a corner slowly but surely. We're getting, you see a better football team. And even the biggest hater, I think, would sit there and say, you know what, that Florida State team is not the same team that we saw earlier this season or that we saw last year. So keep your head up, Seminoles. Stay classy. And we got you guys. Go Noles. On the second channel, if you don't know my second channel, it is 863 Digital Media. There's a movie review on that channel and another video. Not a lot over there. I might do that Showtime card tonight. Don't know yet. Might have some other things going on, but just stay tuned. Hey, y'all be easy. Catch y'all. Oh no, might do something tomorrow, might not, but I'll catch y'all next week for sure. Have a good night.